And during our protest, something ridiculous happened.
Okay, what was that?
Mr. Sonko devised this chairman who seemingly doesn't care about the plight of his people. All he is care about is to really, embezzle our money. All he is care about is to really torment our people, to disrespect our people, disregard our people. And the so-called subversion that they talk about is not coming to our area council. These were the frustrations they lamented to us. But our concern as citizens of West Coast region, where is the little revenue that we are paying to our authority going to? We do not care wherever, or we do not care the model that is going to be ideal to the people, so that our places can be developed, so that our people can be removed, can be relieved from this poor condition. We never care about where they were going to get those funds from. But all we wanted was let them play justice to our people. Communicated out there is our people have been faced with a lot of poor conditions. There are no drainage systems. There are no good linking roads. There are no sanitary, good sanitary equipments. Our infrastructure is dilapidated seriously. Even our laborers. There are people who are assumed as laborers who are not mentally imbalanced. They're not mentally good, they're not mentally sound. These are the people employed by the area council to take care of the people of this region, which we felt was very, very bad, which we felt was an injustice done to the people, done to the taxpayers. And then looking at it, the taxpayers pay their taxes and expect something to be plowed back. At the protest, we were called for a consultation meeting with the area council, including the vice chairman of the council and the then CEO. We were like, it was a meeting which we felt wasn't very, very fruitful. But then at least knew about our demands. They knew really what the problem of the people are. So it is not necessary again for us to go and table out our demands before them. What we are just trying to do is to put our demands before the public.
Definitely.
We have to present our case before the public. In other words, to expose their inability. In other words, to expose their deficiency in trying to sustain the people. You understand?
VM International TV Jalingali
Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share our videos on your social platform.
Ndunkalla mwile watu wadingali jubele alikana kandindi kukandi lombu kajamfambe ya lezi
Yes, welcome back to another edition of your favorite program called The Meeting Point. The Meeting Point is one of the biggest platforms in the Gambia at the moment on the VM International TV. And today on The Meeting Point, I have someone called Abubacarr. Well, Abubacarr, he is the P.R.O. of Occupy Brikama. And if you are aware, some years ago, 2019, they did the biggest protest in the Gambia, particularly in West Coast region. The reason behind that it's because of the area council. So today we want to know some of the idea behind Occupy Brikama, and we also going to focus on something very relevant pertaining about their next event. So on that note, I'm not going to waste time. I'm actually going to give him the floor to introduce himself first place, and then say hi to the audience that are watching live on VM International TV. And then from there, we'll have a lot of discussion to put across. Be aware that we are going to discuss the damage that causes Occupy Brikama. You and I are aware that during the protest, people died, so many people, people died, so many people were arrested as usual. And of course, some people were offended. So many things went wrong. So Abubacarr is here to clear that doubt on the meeting point. Abubacarr, you are highly welcome. The people are watching you live on VM International TV. So feel free to introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. VM, I must say I am indeed very, very happy. I must say out to the audience that today is going to be a very, very successful interview with me, Abubacarr Darbor, the P.R.O. of Occupy Brikama Area Council / YSET.
Okay.
Because it has been transformed into a nomenclature now called YSET, Youths of West Coast for Empowerment and Development.
Okay.
I just hope today is going to be something at the end of the day will be very, very fruitful to the audience out there who would really understand the concept behind the Occupy Brikama Area Council and behind the nomenclature Occupy Brikama Area Council, because these are nomenclature, this is a name that has created a lot of fear factor in the general public as a result of its name, because a lot of people give a direct interpretation to the name Occupy Brikama Area Council, thinking that we were going to occupy the Brikama Area Council, be there to posterity, which is never the case. We only had an intention to make sure we keep our authorities accountable. We keep them stick to their words. We keep them stick to their promises that they have made to the people of West Coast region. So I would like to stop here with the introduction. Yes.
But Abubacarr, can you tell us how did Occupy Brikama came in existence, and then, tell us a little bit about Occupy Brikama. What gave you the motivations, you and your team, to come up with the idea of Occupy Brikama?
Occupy Brikama Area Council, as I said earlier in the introduction, is just a name that we have given to a movement to befit a particular purpose. And this purpose is to gain momentum as to the movement to be able to successfully execute a protest, which we feel was very, very necessary. And then we were motivated by the inaptitude, the inability of the Brikama Area Council to sustain the people economically, socially, as a result of which created fear in the public or in the people that might bring a lot of problems, within the region, amongst people here and there, across the region, not only in Brikama. Because sometime last year, in the beginning of the rainy season, that was June, a lot of problems were emanating from the Brikama market, the Sinchu Alaji market, the Gunjur market, and so on and so forth, and a lot of convergence centers within the Brikama administrative area. Youths, very, very visionary youths that really foresee that there is a very, very big future lying ahead of us. That we have to really cherish for. And then we realize that also the people who are really affected directly, with these hazardous things in our convergence centers like markets and other places, are really affecting people who are our mothers, our sisters, and a lot of people. We also realize that, there are a lot of things going on amongst which people were displaced on daily basis from their economic centers, and then fraud, basically fraud, because there were people responsible at the Brikama Area Council for collecting revenue from the people. But then we realized that this is not happening. Instead, every other person within the area council was free to collect, market toll from those poor market vendors. We realized that our people have suffered far too long, and it was necessary to go out to the street and to make sure this has to is put to an end, to make sure our people live a befitting life, to make sure our people live a dignified life.
So that is quite interesting, and I would love to ask this question, which is also very important. Since you guys decided to do the protest, did you also think about the damage it might cause to other people that are not included into this?
First of all, I would allude that we foresee those things, those circumstances, But then we were there for the general interest of the public. We never intended to create any problem for anybody. And we never intended to have anybody injured, during our protest. More so, we never intended to ash any other place within the, the region.
Yeah.
This was why we took the normal procedure, the due process of the law, in trying to convince the police authorities to grant us a permit, so that we can peacefully, execute our protest.
But what happened? What happened? You guys were granted with permits, but during the protest, we came to realize that the P.R.O was actually disturbing, and actually they were, throwing tear gas to the people. Who causes that?
Well, we were never granted a permit. We sustained about 3 weeks going and coming, to Banjul to see the police authorities, the IGP, in trying to convince him that our cause is very, very peaceful, our cause is very, very genuine, which he admitted.
Yeah.
Which he admitted very well, that Brikama is one of the most biggest, region in this country. And then looking at their revenue base, they have the biggest revenue base in the country. Therefore, why would Brikama be in such a condition? So he was so much convinced that we were fighting for a genuine cause.
Yeah.
But I think it was as a result of the micromanagement of the IGP or the police authorities by the president, I would say, or by the regime, that causes, or that enabled them not to issue us with a permit. We also went ahead to carry on with this protest, having in mind that these people were going to crush us.
Yeah.
Because we knew that we have very, very fierce people in the police sector, in the security sector. We were ready for anything.
Yeah.
Definitely, we were ready for anything. And then during the protest, I came to realize that the regime was prepared to kill.
Yeah.
The regime was highly prepared to kill, was highly prepared to cripple youth.
Yeah.
The regime was highly prepared to crush anybody.
And how do you feel
that wishes to go in, not to be in the same view with?
Yeah.
We felt so bad. I was personally, I was dismayed. I was discontent with the attitude of the police, because what they showed that day, what they showcased that there was a high sense of unprofessionalism. We were like, how would our brothers treat us like this? Because this is what we have been saying. They have their brothers coming out to protest. They have their brothers coming out to lament their grief against their local government authority. Why would we, the youths, be handled in such a manner? Or why would their mothers be handled in such a manner? These were the things that we questioned to the police. Why would you handle us in such a manner? Because our intentions were very, very clear. We came out demanding for justice, social justice for our people, because there is a lot of injustice, done to our people. There is a lot of social and economic injustice done to our people. So we felt that we have to go out there as responsible persons to be able to put an end to that.
Okay, that's interesting. But during the protest, we also came to realize that people were wounded, killed, and then arrested. How did you cope with that?
It was a very, very tormenting moment. It was a very, very disturbed moment, I must say, because you could see friends that you think you are fighting a genuine cause with, friends that you wished, they were there, to have you, or to give you the courage and the strength to be able to emancipate your people from that poor living condition, from that poor status quo, bestowed on them by their council, by the people they trusted, by the people they have given their voice to. be tormented, be arrested, be victimized, be molested. It was so crazy. It was a very, very crazy moment. And then I felt I would also the same thing to happen to myself, because at one point during the protest I decided to go and surrender myself, because I said to myself, if my colleagues, my brothers and sisters are in the police custody, just because we want to emancipate our people, just because we want to see to it that our people are removed or are relieved from the injustice, bestowed on them by the authorities, that we feel that they should really address our challenges or problems for us, are called the police authorities to come and torment us in this way. It was so horrible, and I said to myself, let me go and surrender myself as well. Anything that would be done to my colleagues, be done to myself too.
Okay. So after that, what happened? Did you also meet the family of those who died and those who were wounded?
Of course, yes. We met the family of the deceased. It was a lady. A lady lost her life during the course, and then this lady happened to be a pregnant woman who was seated at home comfortably, and then she was crushed. She was victimized by the police intervention unit personnel, who broke into their home and then fired a tear gas, and then as a result the woman could not sustain it. She could not survive it, and then she eventually died. And then that very day also I could remember a small boy between the ages of 7 and 8 was hit by a tear gas canister on the head, wherein she sustained a very, very brutal wound. She was brutally wounded, and then all these things were very, very horrible. And then a lot of people who sustained injuries as a result of stampede during the protest, when these people fired their tear gas and so on and so forth. You want to run, you fell down here and there, and then people stamp on you, and we call it stampede. And then we decided to visit most of these families, with some media personnel, to go and have first-hand information about what has really happened to their people.
Okay, that's also wonderful. Now, what did government do, or what did area council, or let's say Sherriffo did to these people? Do you think that he was concerned about that?
You are asking a question that I wouldn't want to delve into, because you bring in a person who is not really interested in the affairs of the people of West Coast region. I would call him the fraud, because my opinion, I think he's a fraud. He came with a false certificate, pretending to be a literate individual when he was a deportee, not even a deportee, a failure from Germany. And then when he came, he was involved in a lot of things which I don't know, but I am sure he was involved in a lot of things. But then this is a person who happens to be our state chairman of the Brikama area council, who seemingly doesn't care about the plight of his people. All he is care about is to really, embezzle our money. All he is care about is to really torment our people, to disrespect our people, disregard our people, in a very, very serious manner that our people are not happy with. So basically, I wouldn't want to delve much into about this individual. The only part, or the only thing that I am concerned about is the Brikama Area Council as an institution, not as an individual. After the protest, we were called for a consultation meeting with the area council, including the vice chairman of the council and the then CEO. We were like, it was a meeting which we felt wasn't very, very fruitful. But then at least a consultation meeting was called to hear, about the cries and the voices of the people, the ordeal that our people have been going through all these years. Because during our whole intention or our whole program to carry out with this protest, we said we are not going in for an individual. We are not protesting against an individual. We are not protesting against a particular office. We are only interested about the running of the affair of the area council, because what we communicated out there is our people have been faced with a lot of poor conditions. There are no drainage systems. There are no good linking roads. You know, there are no sanitary, good sanitary equipments. You know, our infrastructure is dilapidated seriously. Even our laborers. You know, there are people who are assumed as laborers who are not mentally imbalanced. You know, they are not mentally good, they are not mentally sound. These are the people employed by the area council to take care of the people of this region, which we felt was very, very bad, which we felt was an injustice done to the people, done to the taxpayers. And then looking at it, the taxpayers pay their taxes and expect something to be plowed back to them.
Definitely.
Which has not been happening. As a result, you know, this has created a lot of problem, or this has created a lot of confusion, you know, amongst the people of the region. We took out to the street.
Definitely.
Yes.
So after that, you met the Sherriffo and his people. What are some of the things that they mentioned that they are going to do? And from your own observation, do you think they do so?
Point of correction, we never met Sherriffo Sonko.
Okay.
We never met the chairman of Brikama Area Council because he is never interested in meeting us. So all we met were, all those people that we met were the CEO, the then CEO, and the chairman, and most councillors there who felt it was necessary to listen to our voices, who felt, who really knows what it means to be accountable, who really knows what it means for an institution to be transparent, who really know what it means to work hand in hand with people of the region. These were the people that we met, and these were the people who really gave us audience to be able to present our cases in a more palatable manner.
Wow.
And then these people really, I commend them for their gesture, their good gesture, and their conscience, because it's like they have a very, very good conscience, unlike the chairman of the Brikama Area Council. And then these people, our meeting with them, they also lamented about their frustrations. They lamented about their natural resources, because we all know West Coast region is a very, very nice place, full of hospital people, you know, endowed with natural resources, you know, gravel mining areas, sand mining areas, forest. We have a land vast for agriculture and industrialization.
Definitely.
And you look at it, all these places, and then also our tourist development areas. You know, our garages and all whatnot. They claim that, you know, these things aren't in possession of the Brikama Area Council. The aforementioned that I've just said, you know, are not within the jurisdiction of the Brikama Area Council, and even the fish market. And then these are the places where majority of their revenue is generated from. You know, we try to engage them so that they can also engage the government to bring back the economy of West Coast region. Because you go to these mining centers, the only way the people of West Coast region is benefiting is through these odd jobs that their citizens are engaged in, mining and all whatnot. The greater part of the cake goes to the government of the Gambia, which is not favorable to us. And the so-called subvention that they talk about is not coming to our area council. These were the frustrations they lamented to us. But our concern as citizens of West Coast region, where is the little revenue that we are paying to our authority going to? We do not care wherever, or we do not care the model that is going to be ideal to the people, so that our places can be developed, so that our people can be removed, can be relieved from this poor condition. We never care about where they were going to get those funds from.
Yeah.
But all we wanted was let them play justice to our people.
Definitely.
Let them plow back the revenue going to them, to our people. We never care wherever they will get those funds.
Yeah.
And during our protest, something ridiculous happened.
Okay, what was that?
Mr. Sonko device, this chairman, went to, I don't know whether China or Senegal, to camouflage the whole situation with a vehicle he purportedly, he said he purportedly,
to blackmail people or what?
to camouflage the situation.
Okay.
You know, and then up to now is it's almost 1 year. 1 year, not even almost, exactly 1 year, because it was July last year.
Yeah, and we're in July.
And those vehicles are not yet effective. You know, they are not yet operational. You know, this is $1 million question that the people of this region are asking. Where do you get that fund? Because this is a contract that has never been tabled before the council as a body.
Okay.
This is something that has never been procured by the area council. This is something that nobody within the area council, including staff and councillors, would tell you where these, vehicles are obtained from.
But did you try to find out from him or from those working actually under him?
Well, I tried my best, because I tried by all means to make sure that I have first-hand information with regards to those vehicles. Because I really understand that this is our responsibility. This is our responsibility that we have to really cherish. This region it's not owned by Sherriffo Sonko. This region is owned by the people of West Coast region. And we have to make sure we hold them to accountable.
Okay.
We have to make sure.
I want to comment. What is the governor doing? The governor of West Coast region. I think he also has a very important impact to play, in development of area council. So what do you think the governor of West Coast is actually contributing or helping you people in order for you to achieve your objectives?
Well, with regards to the efforts of the governor, the then governor, I would say, Mr. Sanya, I would really commend him because all those consultative meetings, were convened as a result of his pressure on the council. Nevertheless, I would enlighten you about the fact that the Brikama Area Council is a separate entity, different from the central government.
Yeah,
exactly. The governor is there to represent the president. He's there under the president. To look at the affairs. On the account of issues that has to do with the central government. Yeah. This is the responsibility of the governor. The Brikama Area Council is there to make sure that revenues are collected, within the region, and then and also contribute to the development of this country 75%. Because this is a CR base. Yeah. In every region, the central government only has 25% to contribute. That is to say, capital investment within that particular place. Yeah. But the Brikama Area Council, or let's say our local government authorities, have 75% responsibility
to run the area,
to develop our towns and cities for us. But also, with regards to the affairs of the region, they have the autonomous independence, and then they also have the responsibility to manage whatsoever has to do with our local governance system in this region. So the governor really tried because I can remember he wrote to the area council, slashing them about their inaptitude, their inability to really make sure that our people are kept in a safe place. Yes,
that's wonderful. And in conclusion, for the first segment, because we will come into the local language, because we are within West Coast, and West Coast, many people actually speak the language of Mandinka, which we will also love audience to know. You guys are planning something that is going to be on Thursday. Tell us, what is the planning all about?
What we are planning as of now is not a protest. I must say, the chairman made an allegation on me, you know, on a social media platform that I said that we are planning another protest to come and occupy
Brikama.
the Brikama area council, you know, saying that we are welcome. I never said so. All that I said is looking at the prevailing circumstances, you know, surrounding our our region. It could be possible that the people could take up again, could rise, and then execute a protest.
But do you know why?
Massive.
Do you know why he actually went on media, you know, to accuse you of something that you didn't say? Do you have any idea about that? Oh, were you planning something on the ground which he came across?
No, we are not planning anything in respect of protest.
Yeah.
In fact, I was called by the police authorities at the Brikama police station to go and answer to allegations concerning a rumored protest that we Occupy Brikama Area Council or the movement is assumed the prime suspect, which we refuted vehemently, and then we cleared ourselves from the scene that we have no idea, you know, with regards to this rumored protest. All I can say with regards to what we are planning is we want to make a recap of what has happened last year, 2019.
Exactly.
Because we realize that it is exactly 1 year since the Occupy Brikama Area Council was established. You know, we felt it is necessary to make a recap of what has happened last year, the reasons as to why we executed that protest in 2019, and also put up our demands again before the public, because our demands are already with the area council. They knew about our demands. They knew really what the problem of the people are. So it is not necessary again for us to go and table out our demands before them. What we are just trying to do is to put our demands before the public.
Definitely.
We have to present our case before the public. In other words, to expose their inability. In other words, to expose their deficiency in trying to sustain the people. You understand?
Yeah.
This is what we are trying to do. It's not a matter of we are organizing another protest.
Yeah, but how did you people actually plan to do this? Because if you gather millions of people to come out, you know, that you know, that could be, you know, a form of protest. But how did you actually plan to do this?
We are not intending to gather a lot of people. This would just be about 10, between 15, 25 people. This is what we are only aiming at. And then what we intend to do, or how we intend to go about this recap, is we want to call upon media houses to come and have an interview with us. First-hand information will be given to them for the public, for the consumption of the public, to really know that this is how our people are feeling, this is how our people are, and then this is the situation in which we found ourselves in, so that the outside world would really know that, you know, the Brikama Area Council is not really doing to the core. Yeah. It's not meeting the needs, or it's not meeting the desire of the people to the core. All what we are trying to do is to participate in the transformation of our region into what we all desire it to become. Yeah. And then in doing this, we guard our principles. In doing this, we guard the law. You know, we protect the law jealously, because we always try by all means we keep ourselves within the confinement of the law. No, yeah. And then we really abide by this. And then we have made some consultations with regards to this. And then we are told it is not necessary for us to obtain a permit, because this we don't intend to make a roadblock. Yeah. You know, we only intend to come and show footages of the indecent nature of West Coast region, and then people will talk to the media, you know, about their own localities, their own environment, you know, the way they are, and then the way things are unfolding in those environments, you know, as a result of the negligence, as a result of the poor management of the Brikama Area Council.
So do you think Brikama Area Council will be reformed, like they will actually change, like how they actually come up with the idea that they are going to do their best? But if you look at it in 2019, 2020, you come to realize that 2020 is even worse than 2019. So which actually tell us that they are not doing nothing. So how will you convince them this time around? Because I know if you actually do what you are doing, they will always look at it and they will never do anything. So how will you people come up with another idea to make sure that they do their work correctly?
You see, the police are really interfering with the operation of the use or the operation of pressure groups here. Because if you can remember, last year our properties were confiscated by the police authorities, and up to now we haven't received, those materials we own. And these are campaign materials. These are materials that we intend to showcase to the public, written on placards, because we really try to portray the corruption that has been afflicted on our area council, countenanced by subsequent authorities, countenanced by subsequent management. You understand? This is what we portray really on those placards. And then we went around, to specifically look at areas that are really in danger. Places like Sinchu Alaj, places like Bambara in Foni, places like Bondali, places like Brikama, places like Sanyang, Gunjur, you name it, Brufut. These are hotspot areas which are very, very vulnerable to the deficiency of the Brikama Area Council or the ineffectiveness of the Brikama Area Council. These are places that are highly affected. So we portray those pictures on those placards that people will be able to see physically, what is happening within their region, the nature of their region compared to other regions, KMC, BCC, LRR, you name it. So what these things are still confiscated from us, and then they are still, with the police. There is no sign that they are willing to surrender those properties to us.
But why? Why do they have? Do you think they have all the rights and authorities to seize your materials that actually belongs to you?
What was communicated to the police were ill-informed about our whole intention, because we realized later that they were informed that we were going to burn down the Brikama Area Council. So we were perceived as rebels, more or less.
Wow.
That was why we were maltreated, we were victimized, and then our properties were confiscated. But then we all know, in trying to hold our authorities accountable, in trying to engage them, in trying to demonstrate to the public, there are so many ways involved. You cannot just gather people and then demonstrate here and there, south and here, but there are so many ways involved in trying to demonstrate your grief to the public. And then one of these things are, you have to have your placards, hang them somewhere for people to be able to see. You understand? But since our materials have been confiscated by the police, what do you want us to do? All we can do is to use diplomacy. Anything that we are not happy about, we write to the area council. Thank God, there are people with good conscience. There are people who have that understanding about what it means to be accountable by the people.
Okay, finally, what will be your final regards on this issue pertaining about the police? And did you also communicate to the head of the police police department concerning about what they actually did to you people, seizing your materials, your property, which doesn't actually belong to them, but belongs to you, in order for you to sort out what is actually happening within your surroundings, that is West Coast region?
I would say I have a series of engagement with respect of these our materials. I have so many engagements with them. You can go to the Brikama area council, ask anybody about P.R.O, Darbor. Everybody will know me. You know, because I have been going, coming, trying to inquire. You know, about the conditions or laid down conditions that we are to fulfill. So that we can get our materials back. And then we tried so many efforts, which failed as a result. We tried to contact the IGP about those issues. And even, you know, ID cards, our national identity cards, you know, those who were
arrested
out of benevolence, you know, bail our people that very day, that fateful day, you know, up to present day and time, they did not have their ID cards. We contacted the IGP about it, and he said most of us should go to court. We are yet to receive an information or to receive something from him that we have been taken to court. This is something that we are really looking for, because we want to have our ID cards, we want to have our materials back.
Okay. All right, my people, he is the P.R.O of what is the name of the association once again? YSET. Youth of West Coast Region. To also remind you, we will definitely love to elaborate some of the information that we have just discussed in the local language called Mandinka. And we believe that, you know, to change your nation is not just by physical fight, but by using your voice to change the world. And we believe that, you know, raising up your voice is one of the most important aspects in life. This is why VM International TV is created, to bring the youth, to bring anyone who is being affected, either directly or indirectly. These young people, they are actually doing a very good job within the West Coast region, but they are not actually empowered by the government. And we are pleading from the government to actually do something, because if you want your nation to move forward, do not tamper with the youths, because the youths are the everything. So let's try and work hand in hand to make sure that we develop our nation, to develop our towns, you know, our cities. You know, government cannot do it alone. So to my own concern, I believe that government should be proud of such youths, that they have people that are actually doing their work, you know, going around, you know, to observe what is actually affecting the world. Remember, this is a very big saying that every individual as a citizen, you should become your own police. So if they are doing that, why is government lagging behind? Why is government not actually supporting? This is the main concept behind. Brikama Area Council is under government. So the state of the President of Republic of the Gambia should actually do something to engage Brikama Area Council. Remember, there are a lot of things, a lot of damages that have caused the people of West Coast region. It's not just by Brikama, but if you go to Gunjur, you know, and other part of the villages that we have, they are all affected. So we need change. We need it, and we really need your support. We cannot do it all alone. And again, to the police department, these people are saying that they need back their properties. The properties belongs to them. Your authorities is to protect the life and property. But if you seize someone's property without giving it back, this is another problem and another cost. So we would definitely love you all to sit with your mind, you know, think about it, and then do something on that. I think with that, we will go and then we'll be right back. On that note, we say thank you for watching us live, and thank you so much for being part of VM International TV. Yeah.